Hey, question for you. So you remember back in 2020 when the Republican Congress people were saying that instead of harming the economy by staying home and sheltering and being safe, that old people should go out into the economy and risk dying in large numbers just to save the economy? The Republicans were advocating for millions of people to go out, get sick, and potentially die just to preserve the stock portfolios of the rich. And this was April of 2020, a full 8 months before the vaccine showed up. Well, in case you want a little lesson on how history repeats itself, that's exactly what this is. When a Republican senator was faced with her own angry constituents in Iowa who were saying that under these Medicaid cuts she was defending, that millions of them were going to die, she was blasé and she said, "Oh, come on, people, we're all going to die." And then when they booed her and acted pissed off, she was like, "Come on, what's wrong with that?" The Republicans are so shocked that so many people are not willing to throw themselves in front of a bus and allow themselves to die for the benefit of the wealthy. And this senator's just like, "Come on, guys, we all die. Why don't you just die painfully of liver disease without medication, and I'll just expire comfortably on my yacht eating caviar? What's wrong with that?" This is why people like myself have been trying to point out that Republicans are out of touch with reality, and they have been for nearly a decade, at least. Especially since Trump came along, because he's taught them to replace their morals with evil, selfishness, narcissism, and greed. Especially if it makes them a lot of money, because capitalist Jesus loves that. And these Republican voters continue to vote for people who openly admit that they want them to expire. This is why I have often called people's relationship to Trump and the Republican Party as that of a toxic narcissistic boyfriend. Someone who treats you like crap, yet you keep insisting that they love you. Because instead of raising taxes on the rich, which would bring in a ton of revenue to the federal government and actually bring down our deficit, here is a Republican senator who is claiming that old, sick, or immunocompromised people should just roll over and die for spending cuts that are a drop in the bucket and not going to change the deficit, all for the benefit of maintaining the rich's wealthy lifestyle. And the feudalistic Republicans are completely confused when the peasants refuse to roll over and die for them. This is quickly heading towards a second French Revolution.